And welcome back.
We're gonna die!
Yeah, definitely.
But before we jump into the dying, let's get a little quick recap on what happened just before the break. Because our heroes have traveled far and long. Hey.
Yeah, it's okay.
I feel.
Do you hear that?
Yeah.
I don't know where it came from, but it's real.
So, our heroes traveled long and far and wide and hard, or whatever, to the far north of Fellowvale, where they eventually found their quarry, their first prey as members of the pack, namely the Maddox, the one that enslaved Grakal at the beginning of this journey. However, now, as they confronted the Maddox on top of his airship, flying above a large, swampy, cold area, Grakal was the one to put his former slave master down. And now, as the Maddox, his life is ebbing away, so does the enchantment on his airship. And with that, the airship is now plummeting towards the swampy depths below. Everybody is bracing, and everybody is now going to have a very, very good time as this vessel is now plummeting towards the earth.
I'm not bracing.
Oh, you're not bracing? Okay, cool. Very good, very good.
I'm holding my arms wide.
I'm bracing myself.
And just waiting for the inevitable collapse.
So,
Kurnow will protect me.
So, as the entire crew, as well as the hunting/combat party of the Maddox are now all still alive on top of the vessel and now, trying to hold on for dear life, I would like all of you to also make reflex saving throws.
Natural 20.
Of course.
This is perfect. I'm just standing there and everything ends with me just on this one piece of boarding, like a skateboard or a surfboard, just kind of tumbling down
So you're holding on to Grakal.
I have
right?
a 12.
You have a 12, okay.
Natural 1.
Oh, we'll get to that second.
Natural 1 for Hannah.
Uh-huh.
And
I'm sorry guys, I stole your karmic balance.
Okay.
I'm just rolling as myself all the time. Yeah.
Okay. 11 for Melo. Natural 1 for you.
Yeah.
I applaud your efforts to stay in character, even with the dice rolls.
Okay. And as the vessel it begins to collapse onto itself as the wood hits the bottom. The rest of the momentum just continues as splintering wood is flewn everywhere. Eventually also the cargo of the vessel, which seems to be some sort of provisions for food and water and whatever, all seems to splinter and explode everywhere. Grakal, you are thrusted forward, you tumble, break through what seems to be the bow of the ship as the wood itself is splintering together with you, impacting on it. You take...
Natural 20, so I'll take damage.
3 points of bludgeoning damage as you just tumble through the splintering wood for a few seconds, eventually making a somersault, getting your feet grip on the swampy underneath you and just sliding to a standstill as you look back and you can see the rest of the ship exploding and collapsing onto itself.
Ah, nice.
What
I
you
still have 1 bonus HP left.
So I'm holding on to him.
You are holding on to him. You are just flinging with shrapnel from all sides.
You would think staying safe worked that way, but unfortunately...
You're taking his damage.
You take a total of 15 points of damage. Are you down?
Yeah.
Okay. And right now, as you come to a standstill, you can also hear as a small halfling figure is just rolling through the mud and to a standstill with his mouth just open on the ground. On the other side, you can also, first off, you can hear this.
Wilhelm scream.
As Allison is flinging through the air of the exploding vessel, and with a natural 1, oof, I hope you still have enough hit points left.
No, I do not.
Where's the others?
Oh my god.
7,
Yeah, if a natural 1 is a 12.
This kind of ends up in a TPK except for me.
11,
You're
13,
job's done.
15, 16,
I'm down.
17, for a total of 22.
I'm down.
22 points of damage. As you can see Allison, and you can just hear one big smack, and then silence from that side. On the other side, you can also see 2 cats.
I'm trying to take Melo's damage, right?
You're trying to take Melo's damage. You have a natural 1.
Yeah.
I don't think you...
As long as I take Melo's damage, I'm fine.
12,
That's my goal.
18, 22, 24, 28, 29 points of damage.
Oh, I'm fine.
And Melo takes
No.
6. Melo takes 6. Yeah. You
Yes.
could shield him from half of his damage, but the other half is going to you.
Wait, you said 20?
29 to you
29.
and 6 to Melo. As the two of you are tumbling through the air and you just crash into a tree, crushing all of the different vines and leaves and twigs on your way down until you eventually just get raked all the side to the face with a large soot. The fall is done. At this moment, you can also see a half-orc figure still grasping his large two-handed orc neck splitter just 20 feet away from you, Grukal, as he spits out a little bit of the dirt.
So
Well, that was
Grakal's kind
fun.
of still standing there. Yes! You find Allison. And I uncork
And
an
Allison-
elixir of life.
Allison's currently
Yeah,
impaled in a tree.
Like one tree was broken, and like one
use
part
mine.
of the tree just came off with him, and he's now just impaled by a piece of wood, like running straight through his abdomen.
Oof.
You can still hear him faintly breathing, and you can see him.
Oh, Jesus.
Wait, you're down.
Are we still in initiative? Because dice have to be rolled for this.
Right now, I will allow all of you to just take your turns in the order that we already had. So first off, Hannah, as you and Melo just tumble through the ground, you can hear a half-orc and your friend Grokal talk together for a little bit, but then you just take a look around and you are missing 2 of your party members here in the swampy area.
Okay, so I'm still a cat.
You're still a cat.
I first ask Melo, are you fine? Are you sure I can go look for the others right now? I need you to be okay.
Of course I'm not okay, but just go already. I'll be fine. No, I'll live. That's the thing. I'll live.
That's good enough for me. I love you.
Fuck you.
He doesn't
Why-
say
why do I?
that. No, you
No,
love me.
He says it like with sort of a grin on his face. Like you know he doesn't
Exactly.
mean it. You know
Hannah,
he doesn't mean it.
what color are you right now? Now the Maddox is
right
dead.
now
yeah.
I'm still red because
Yes.
we're just getting
Okay.
out of the
As
encounter.
you are an Eladrin, your shape and your color changes with the seasons and with your emotions. Right now you're still invigorated in a summerly red. Yay! What do you want to do?
I'm angry.
You still have 2 actions left.
I got my smelly thing because I'm still a cat.
You got your schmelly thing. Yes.
So I go.
You would like to
and-
take the search action.
Yes.
All right, go ahead and make a perception check for me, please. I will give you a little bit of a bonus on this one, because you are a cat and you can smell stuff very well.
Perception?
Perception, yes.
Okay, so it's a 13.
13, okay. With your smelly scent, you can smell blood. You can smell blood from a couple of directions. Which one do you choose? Go ahead and roll a d4. You need
I
a
got a
3 or a
D2 as well.
Oh, okay. Go ahead and roll the d2.
Yes!
That's just a coin, man.
Yeah.
No,
It's just
it isn't! It got corners
It's
and
You want-
no,
stuff.
it's a thick coin.
you want the 2 on that one.
It's a thick coin.
You want the 2 roll.
It's 2.
Okay, and with that you just, I'm gonna choose this one as, you just go past the tree and there you can see Allison with a piece of wood in his abdomen.
Okay, can I still change into my normal form?
You can, but that will be your last action then I believe.
Yeah, that's fine.
Okay, so after Hannah, Iro, I would like you to make
A
a death save.
so that's just
That's a
plain
flat
and
10.
simple.
Flat 10.
So that's a 9.
That's a 9, okay. So you're,
Wounded 2, I believe.
two.
Yeah.
oh sorry, you're
Dying
wounded
two.
1, dying 2.
Oh yeah. Wounded 1. Oh no.
Okay. After Iro, we're on to Allison. Allison, first off, lying here in this swampy area, your mind drifts in and out of consciousness. You feel like you are grasping onto dear life with your last breath, and it can already seem like you are being dragged away. I just need to get so many soundtracks.
Curious.
There we go.
Well,
Peculiar
well.
dreams.
as something seems to be pulling you away. But eventually, what is that sound? As you open your eyes and you take a look at where the large wound with the wood was just a moment ago, burning into your abdomen, you can now see yourself walking in a strange yet familiar attire that you've seen once or twice before in your dreams. A large red overcoat, 2 scimitars on both of your sides, a somewhat filled out bosom in front of you, as you are now walking alongst the docks. And you can already see that, the hand you do not control. You can see out of this person's eyes, but you cannot control what she is doing. She grasps at her side a little bit. As she also falls to one knee, you can see 2 sailors in similar but very simple red outfits coming to her aid, asking her, "Captain, are you all right?" "Yeah, I'm fine. Just okay." And she tries to stand up and she falls to another knee again. She is not having a good time.
I really hope Allison doesn't die, because then somebody has to write a letter to the family Artano, and I think
Give
you
us
two
money.
can't write. So
Back in the
if I
swamplands.
survive, I have to be the one who
I
has to write them. Like,
Back in the swamplands, I would like you to make a
Hey.
death save. Nope. Okay. So you are dying too.
so how many dyings are there?
When you reach dying 4, you're
Okay.
done. All right.
I have to
After
do that.
Allison, Grakal, now coming to, the adrenaline still pumping through your veins, but now the focus as in, wait, we're not done yet, comes to. Dural is standing there with you. He's now also in the same state of mind, just looking around like, oh fuck, we need to figure this out. What would you like to do?
So
Just a question. The other members of the crew of the Maddox.
Oh yeah, you can hear like grunts of agony like around you. Some bodies also scattered beneath you, like trying to breathe and trying to come by. But at this moment in time, I feel that there is a more pressing matter at hand.
As an action, I use an elixir of life on Ira.
All right, the small halfling figure next to you. Gluk, 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 gluk.
I have
Go ahead
to-
and roll your healing for that. That's a d6.
I feel you.
Well, he's administering the
Oh, yeah.
potion, so I would say like you do the action, you do the honors.
3.
3 hit points back. As the small halfling figure with his tongue out of his mouth, and Iro comes by.
I lose the dying, but I still have the wounded, right?
Bingo.
Yeah.
So
Cool.
if stuff would happen now, you will be dying more easily.
Ah.
So as you wake up, Gurkul smiles, almost ear to ear, but you're not sure where the ear holes are. And so he's grinning. We made it, friend. And I start jogging off towards where I see you. Do I see?
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
Okay.
Well, I'm normal now, so.
Yeah, exactly. 15.
15. You can't see her yet, but you saw her fly, and you heard like the pause of movement. So you just follow the sound, and you jog a few seconds, and you can now see just at that moment that the red lioness form of Hannah just retracts into her Eladrin elf form, and she's just now starting to administer, well, whatever sort of aid she can to Allison.
I come by and I just like, oh, I guess he did, and I'm just patting myself down. And like, oh man, I had that scroll.
So as my second action, I start kind of like I'm slow, so I'm never gonna make it there. It's all up to you. But so I go for 4 squares, for 20 feet with my armor. But I'm kind of like it's almost a skip, and on the 4th skip, I throw my spear at the nearest sailor who's lying near me on the ground.
Go ahead and make your attack roll.
So I'm still oiled up.
You're still enchanted.
I'm still enchanted. So that's 24.
24.
No, sorry, my bad. A 22.
22. Ah, too bad, because a 24 would have crit.
Yeah.
So go ahead and roll damage.
So an 8 and a 6 plus 4. I'm no longer raging. So that ends us with a 16 damage on my throw.
As you just hear like this grunt, like, and eventually just the sound of a spade hitting wet sand, like, and the sound stops.
I'm just like, so basically I'm just like, da da da, whoa! And then it comes back
Yep.
into my hand as I'm kind of joyfully skipping and slaughtering my way towards Allison.
All right.
Wow.
At this moment,
Wow.
after Grikal has had his turn, Dural is going to go ahead and pick up you, Iroh. He uses one action to just get you on your feet.
Thanks.
You might not be done here, little one. As he twirls his orc neck splitter and just like looks around a little bit carefully and just backs up also like towards all of you. So he like takes up the rear basically.
Ah, man.
All right. So the Maddox is not having his turn. At this moment,
Somewhere in the gravel.
at this moment, you can see a figure with a staff in her hands and a large cape. Her cloaked head now completely free, revealing her nice long purple horns. As your tiefling friend Violora Moran is just gliding through the air, going ahead, and she sees you through the thicket and just begins to glide towards you. Although a
Ship is
flying
hard to
airship
miss.
was a little bit faster than her, so she's just on her way.
Ship is hard to miss.
Yeah.
All right. So.
Well, it was a big ship, so that's a large wreckage site.
Yeah, that's true.
Need to do some things. All right, so that's
All the death saves.
that's 16. No. That was some points of damage for someone very important, or at least like a person that might need.
Might be important.
Yeah. All right.
He's probably gonna die once Kriko
Okay.
gets to him. Or her.
All right, very well.
Or it.
Now I know what happened to her, and with that we are back to Hannah. As Allison is still being impaled.
Fair.
What do you want to do?
I'll first stabilize him
Okay.
and then try to remove him from the.
Right. So you use your stabilization cantrip.
Yeah.
So as you pick up your staff once again, the beautiful mistletoe on top of it, you push it against Allison's belly, and with that you can again see the entire area around you react. As we said before, and we also found out before, that this entire land is purely drenched in magic, and the green tendrils of healing energy come up, and with that you can see the large piece of wood. And you can already see the entire wound close back again. The wound is still there and there's still blood trickling out of it, but I don't know how you did it, but like this hole got reduced to nothing.
Nice.
Okay, so that's a stabilization cantrip.
Yeah, so it's at 0 hit points right now,
Mhm.
and I'll use Elixir of Life on him as well.
Okay,
I don't know what it does.
it's a d6.
D6.
D6. And with stabilization, he also loses the wounded condition altogether, I believe, right? I'll look it up for you. I'll look it up.
says loses the dying,
Dying
condition.
condition.
Oh, just losing the dying.
Yeah.
Okay.
And you gain 1 hit point. There you
Better
go.
than 0.
And with that, as Allison, the last piece of your vision can actually see that the woman releases her side and gets up a little bit again. Your vision becomes your own again, and you are now feeling like the cold, damp ground on your side of your face. The taste of whatever rot has been lying here before you now entering your mouth and your nostrils. With that, it's enough of a kicker to actually get you back into consciousness and
Are you okay?
No.
I'm afraid I can't heal you. Do you want another Elixir of Life? I have
No,
one.
I'm fine. Where are the others?
You hear another.
I'll try and look around for the others.
As you use your action to just get up a little bit, you look around and you can see Grikal running, skipping by, his spear retracting from somewhere, you don't know where, shink, back into his hands. And just a few seconds later, you can also see Iroh, still a little bit tired, not really completely back to his original self, but alive. And after that, you can also see Dural just backing up slowly, just giving you a nod, and just continuing his stride, letting loose just a little bit, but not really.
So
okay.
Allison tries to force himself to stand up and try and help everyone else that is in danger, and he basically just stands up, makes a few paces, and just falls down again.
Well, go ahead and make a fortitude save.
That's for some one time it's a great roll, which I'm not
Yeah.
supposed to be 21.
Okay, so with that, Allison, you stand up. If you want, you can stay standing.
Sure.
Okay.
I'll stay standing, I guess.
With that, Allison was already down for the count, it seems, but just with a little bit of help of Hannah, he seems to get like the focus right back into his eyes. He might be wounded, he might be close to death's door, but Allison has his priorities straight. He stands up, scans the room, and just makes sure that everybody's alive, even though the only thing that keeps him standing right now is the adrenaline running through his veins.
Yes, 1 hit point.
Yeah.
But still, the stature of an elf nobleman is standing before you.
So can I find everyone?
You can see 1, 2, 3, 4, Dural next to you also. As you begin to scan the air, go ahead and make a perception check.
Ooh, 28.
As a caped figure is seeming gliding through the air towards you.
Okay.
Technically, Melo's not with us right now.
Melo just now is just going like, like he's just, he's, what do you say?
Annoyed.
Well, yeah.
No.
As always.
He looks hungover, actually. That's how he looks like. He just like,
he's been forced to endure indignities.
Yeah, that also, and he's just not feeling it. It's not like his body is actually like dying or something, but it's just like so many inconveniences and little pains and mental issues all piled up together. He's just like, can we please get out of here?
I want to sleep.
And he just like walks up, he looks around, he's looking for like a dry spot, and he just,
No.
there isn't any. And just like walks up to you like,
Yeah, I want to pick him up and like.
Okay, yeah. You
Go ahead and make an
decide on
athletics
its
check.
Size,
That's
Crystal.
fine.
go ahead and make an athletics check.
I can handle this. I can't, but I can. Boom! Natural one.
Natural 1. You try to pick him up, you slip, whee, and you just fell on your butt. And then Melo just like lays into your lap like, it's okay. We all suck at this. We all suck.
And
All right.
I hear this falling down, and I instantly walk back to you, and I start taking my.
I stab another sailor.
You walk around a bit, you see your friends like, great, everybody's alive. You just walk up to one.
Yeah, I start executing. I start systematically just going through the wreckage, and start executing them all. I finish I end their suffering, and I end their evil.
And as you walk up to one once more, Dural grips your shoulder, squeezes it tight. Recall, you're not sure that we're in the clear here just yet. Don't go wander off on your own, okay? Those ones that we fought on board of the deck, I don't think we have seen the last of them yet. Just
Yes.
stay close.
Yes.
We'll finish this together, okay? I don't want to lose. Just don't die, okay?
Smart.
And he loses the grip just a little bit and retracts his arm.
I nod. Recall had not considered this. He was like, "It's over. We won. I'm gonna execute them all." But this makes a lot of sense. So yeah, I'm gonna move up back and say, "Yes, everyone ready? Come, more to kill."
As Violora now descends and steps down. Tuk, 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 tuk. Well now, I hadn't expected that you would save your scroll for another day, but
Yeah, like every so often you kind of forget, and I kind of forgot.
I had my suspicions. Now then, this was a explosive encounter. I hope that all of you are
Less
in good
talking.
health.
Not finished yet. More enemies. Come.
Allison
I am not sure.
starts looking around, seeing if there are any people crawling right now, looking for some weapons or something.
You do see people crawling, but you're not sure if they're for weapons.
Yeah, so I just motion you to follow. Come, follow, quick. No time. Let's discuss, yes?
Like, I'm gonna say I have like 20 feet less, because I have this big hole in my abdomen still, kind of, so...
Well, you
Well,
just give me
it's healed up.
10 minutes and I'll
I'm
lay on
moving
hands.
really slowly.
It healed up.
Yeah, you're healed up right now.
Yeah.
Roleplay.
So I start moving ahead, and I motion for you guys to follow me. Grikal's not really waiting for you guys at
All
this
right.
point. and I just go further into the wreckage to stab guys.
Eventually, you can see one of the slavers. Like you have seen the two different quote-unquote roles that people have on the ship. Some are just deckhands, just like normal folk who have been like employed by the Maddox sometime before, and some were actual parts of the slavers guild that they were part of, like Terra Trading. And right now you can see one of the slavers just like crawling himself up to one part of the tree with like a wound, and as you walk up to him, like he's just like, no, wait.
Yes?
Do you wait? Do you wait, or do you stab him?
Yeah, I was kind of confused.
Don't, please.
Why?
I was just following orders, man.
No, I stab. Bad answer.
All right.
This was-
I thought he was gonna give me a good reason, but I was just fine. Come on, man.
All right.
I don't mean that to you. I'm just like,
No, that's the best part he could come up with at that
it's
moment.
like really that's your last ditch excuse.
Although
Like
Violora,
they had my family.
I didn't want to do this. Sure.
I was enslaved as well. No, but as you are just going on a massacre, Violora is looking from a distance a little bit, and she just puts her staff away on her back and just begins to float up again as her fly spell is still in effect. As she says, I will keep Overwatch.
Can you search for those friends of Maddox? They're somewhere here.
I won't on my own like this.
Fair.
All right. As you and Dural are just walking up, and you can see like a few instances that Dural is just like looking up to one of the bodies, grabs like a pointy piece of metal, like a scimitar that he can find, and just walks up to one of the slavers and just like whispers something in its ear as they slowly but surely puts the blade in between his ribs. And just
Allison
head
looks
down.
at this, and he has sorrow in his eyes, but he's like, yeah, this is what he came here to
Yeah.
do.
Yeah.
So he's like, yeah,
Dural
he
actually
doesn't like it.
Dural actually looks back at you as he pulls up his organ exploder again. You got a problem with this, Allison?
No.
Good.
Aro is just way too focused on himself, like, well, kind of hurdy.
So can you
down.
tell me, notify me once 10 minutes pass?
Right now, I would say,
Right.
as you guys are doing this, and you guys were taking a little bit of time to make sure that everything was okay. Eventually, as Dural, as you are just jabbing your spirit to the last moving body just in front of the wreckage of the Loyal Migration, 10 minutes pass as Dural also comes up to you. That was the last of them. I don't see any of our real adversaries. Well, at least for that poor fellow right over there. As you can see that one of the three animalistic people is lying there somewhere, like cracked up in all different ways, as he did not make his save and he is dead.
I,
Although
we-
if you
Sorry, did we find the Slish girl?
nope.
And did we find? So we did find the other two. We found the other two beast people and
Nope.
the
No,
arrow.
you didn't. You
The
didn't.
only-
You've
one of
only
those
you've
that
only
we
found
found.
one person, and that is
Okay.
one of the dead beast people.
Okay.
From the other people that you actually faced in your encounter, none of them are to be found right now. But you haven't
Okay.
really been looking. Right now, you've just been like scouring the area and just like make sure that all of these people are not seeing the light of day anymore. So if you would actually want to take a look, basically they didn't die on impact. That's pretty sure right now.
And so yeah, we've just been the seriously wounded and stuff. We've been
Right,
killing
right.
those.
Although, like, you
but
haven't
not
been into
the-
the wreckage of the Loyal Migration, because it
Okay.
seems like the vessel just plummeted into the earth, and like 2/3 of the entire vessel was just splintered on impact, and now the last third of the vessel is just stabbing out of the ground a little bit, and it seems to be somewhat intact. That's like a little bit of the structure that you can still see, but the other parts are just completely shattered and spread to all four directions of the wind. Allison?
I would like to try and make some medicine checks for
No, hold on. I
You would like
used
to
my heightened lay on hands on you, so you get 12 HP back.
All right.
All right.
As-
Just
But
so we can
still doing this because he's also
Yeah,
dead.
So as the immediate danger is over, you have stabbed the last person. You feel yourself invigorated with healing energy again. You walk over to
Yeah, one
Allison and
second.
healed Allison.
Yeah, Kurnow has rewarded me for ending their lives.
All right. That, yeah, probably midway through me patching you up because it was 10 minutes. We had to wait. So
No, we didn't have, like, this was already
Crystal?
passed.
Okay. All right. How many hit points?
12.
12. All right. As you guys come together once again in this blood-soaked massacre crash area.
As I take
It's-
the next 10 minutes to.
It's a very weird state of mind that you are all in, because right now you are just like, you've been through so much. You have first killed the merchant who was actually selling off all of these slaves. Then you were in combat with the Maddox. Right now, during this time, by the way, that you have massacred, all the giant folk are also joining in and helping all of you with all of this endeavor to just like, bad people go away, bruh, bruh, just stamping on heads and that sort of stuff. And right now it's like 3 or 4 in the morning. You're all running on adrenaline right now. You're just running through the motions of things. You might be getting a little bit emotionally numb at this point with all the death surrounding you.
It's fair.
Sure.
Yeah, and
Gurkal
emotional.
actually feels at his most passionate now.
Mm.
Sorry to go
No,
right
no,
in
like I was
against
talking to the people.
Fair.
Not the animal.
Yeah, like he's
No, you're a different breed, man.
yeah, he's
Totally, yeah.
just like he's never been this passionate and except for when he was drunk that one time. But like he's actually in somewhat of a similar state. Like he's not really in the rage, but
Adrenaline high.
yeah, well, rage and bloodlust high mostly. So he's continuing on with that. Yeah.
All right.
I tried to patch up Iro, but
All right.
I immediately fail. He doesn't get hurt, but it just doesn't work.
You do your best.
Yeah.
You do your best. Iro has his doubts about this.
You stay here, Iro. Hannah, how are you looking?
Fine.
Sit down.
No.
Hannah.
Yeah, okay.
In the
I'll
meantime,
try
Iro stood up again, like.
Oh my god.
I'll try and
Right
patch it up here for a natural 20.
The
So
ground's
you're gonna
wet.
heal for a lot.
The ground is
Giggly.
wet. It's uncomfortable.
So that's 48 plus 10, right?
Yes.
Hell
Would
yeah.
rather stand.
So while this is happening, I want to climb up to the highest point on that the wreckage.
All right. Go ahead and make a perception check for me, please.
Perception. Oh, okay.
25 hit points.
Sweet.
That is a 22.
That's exactly enough
Uh,
for me to.
can I maybe also look for some loot in the wreckage?
Sure you
That is
can.
fair.
Sure you can. Iro is
like
going to
Iro.
do what he does best. So we'll get to that in a second because this is going to be a little bit difficult. However, recall, as you are climbing the wreckage at this moment, you climb a little bit up, and like even though like a third of the vessel is still there, that doesn't mean that it is intact by any means. Like everything is broken, and there are holes in the woodwork as well. And eventually, as you are climbing up, you can see in one of the holes. There he is. There's the guy who put me in chains. There's the guy that actually started me off on this path. He looks so dead, so nothing. As you can see the body of this once muscular, grinning, charismatic guy just laying lifeless and crooked, with one of his bones of his arms also sticking out, just completely decimated, with his head almost severed from his body. With next to him a crossbow, and with on his other side, partly covering him, also having like a few scratches over his belly by his own weapon, that magical whip, the slave beater he used to call it, the one that put you down on your knees when you didn't really want to.
So I I grab the whip, I pull it out. Can I pull it out?
Surely.
Yeah.
You pull it out and you can rip about just a little bit of his flesh as it leaves the rest of his grip, and with that you hold it in your hands, and you feel this like very you have very mixed feelings about this. First off, this weapon seems to obey your every command. You whip it and just a little bit of wood just splinters in front of you. But this is also the weapon that put you and the rest of your people down on your knees. It might need
Iro!
to change.
And I throw it. I don't even throw it at you. Just like Luke Skywalker and his lightsaber. I'm just like, whoa.
As Iro, you're standing there, next to you in the dirt. Okay, cool.
And I grab the crossbow. I'm holding on with one hand,
Oh,
like
yeah, yeah.
halfway right. I'm like, I pull it out. Throw it out. I pull out, like, I try to
He has
pull
a
out the
quiver.
corpse. Oh,
Well,
yeah.
he also has a quiver of like all different types of bolts. So that might also be interesting.
Okay, yeah, pull, throw, whee! Anything else, really? I
And then
kinda
just the
like-
corpse, yeah. So
And-
we're
and-
basically looting in this moment.
Well, not really. Like, I just, like, wanna, like, when I feel like everything of value has kind of been stripped, I pull on the head.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
14. Have
14.
10 minutes pass? No.
So what you do is you pull on the head and just a little bit of suction as the head is almost getting loose. You have another action.
Do I have good footing?
Pretty good.
Yeah,
pretty good.
then
You have like this, and then you can pull.
Then well, yeah, or I just,
Like,
like,
both
grab
your
my
hands.
knife and just,
Yeah.
I just grab a knife, like, and just,
Go ahead and make a survival check for me.
or
Oh.
lore tanning.
Oh yes. Also very good. Very good. Yes.
21.
21. As you can see this being a little bit difficult, you just push off a little bit. Your clawed feet still digging into the wood of the remains of this vessel. You get out your knife, and in that movement, just as you have done so many times before with just another prey.
Lessons on how to cut off heads by Grukal.
Yeah. I'm gonna write a little picture book.
As you can now see that the tattooed face of the Maddox, one milky eye with a scar over it, the other one just as dead.
Perfect. So with this in my hand, it's a bit more difficult, but I climb further upwards to the top, like the high point of the wreckage. I'm just imagining the back of the ship sticking out the furthest, you know? I just want to climb up there. And,
All right, as you stand there, you get yourself some good footing. You can see the swampy area below you, like some spots in between, but a lot of trees also dotting the landscape. The two large pieces of stone sticking out, which was once the docking area of the Loyal Migration, the ship that you are now standing on. Go ahead and make a perception check.
I'm too focused on, that's a natural one, I'm too focused on what I'm going to do.
Yeah,
Which it makes sense.
You just look around a little bit and just look at the skull that you are now holding.
Yeah, exactly.
What do you want to do?
So my shield, I grab my shield, and it's asymmetrical, and it has like on the right side, close to me, it has like this pointy outsticking part, you know, this nice curve, and I just jab the neck onto that, and I just roar out to the world that I have captured and killed my prey.
As you are joined by a similar roar from the half-orc Dural, who was also a slave of the Maddox. Well, he pulls up his two-handed orc neck splitter and just bursts in a laughing roar.
Yes!
And triumphant thunder of both of your voices.
And I
As
just
you
stick
do
my
this-
hand up like, yay.
Yeah, it hurts.
As you do this, you can see like a flock of birds just like being scared.
Yes.
Beginning to fly up, as already at this moment the very dark horizon already begins to glow purple a little bit with the coming sun.
Nice.
As I
Nice.
tend to the winds of Malo, if you allow me to.
No.
No?
No.
I approach Malo.
Yeah, no.
You're so gonna kill Malo here.
Milo, come here, and I'll just take Milo.
Damn. So, Alison,
I'm
you
not
walk
going
up to
trust
Hannah?
You again with that one.
Alright, so Hannah, Allison walks up to you, still a little bit tired, but you can see the focus
Yeah,
in
she's
Allison's
tired.
eyes.
I won't let you do that. No,
I just want to look at his wounds.
no, not yet.
Alright.
At this moment, Violora touches down with Dural and begins to speak to him for a few seconds, as the two of them eventually just come towards you, and also the other giant folk who are now also roaring in victory, as they have now like slain their captor and are now completely, utterly free once again. They are just joining together a little bit, and it seems that Dural is talking to them about like in Jotun, as Dural also seems to be speaking Jotun. He talks about he talks about like, okay, so we know that we are victorious right now. There are still prey alive. Go make sure that they are gone and fleeing from this area. If you find tracks walking away, good. Come tell me that. If you do not find them, tell me as well, because we need to make sure that everybody is accounted for. And with that, the giants just walk away.
Do we
And then
actually
Dural also walks up to you and just says like, All right, so I'm making sure that everything and everyone is accounted for.
As he was saying this, I asked him, are we sure we want to have them leave? Don't we want to capture them too?
Especially with the slithering lady.
Look, if they are running away right now, I'm not sure if we have the energy to follow them right this. If you want to go after them, that's your job. My fucking prey is dead on his shield right over there.
And I'm still standing on the. I'm still standing like what, 10 meters, 15 meters up in the
50
air
meters.
on the thing. Like I'm just not stopping. Like this has been going on for 2 minutes now.
Gorgo,
Celebrate
Yeah.
good.
Yeah.
Come on, dude.
how do you feel on the slithering lady?
I'm still up there.
How do you feel about the slithering lady?
Gorgo, should we kill the slithering lady or not?
Arrgh!
Like, you seem to know her, so...
We can look! I scream back. And so by now, after a few minutes of screaming and climbing and being cool, I gain my focus point back. I use Athletic Rush. So I gain, oh, wrong page. So I gain a +10 status bonus to speed and +2 to athletics as part of a stride, leap, climb, or swim action.
Use athletic rush.
Yeah.
Not like maybe lay on hands or anything.
Nah, we're good.
So I use it to make like this
You're
big
alive,
leap
right?
back down from where it came from.
Go ahead and make an athletics check.
Just like slide back down again.
Oh, that's
That's
cocked. That's cocked as hell.
Fair.
How
much?
A tricky one,
That's
though.
a 19.
19 is still pretty good. As you just slide down the wood, your clawed dragonborn feet just ruining the ship even more. And just at the end, you with your full weight just set off in your full plate armor and just land in this large smack as you dig in your feet like a good 5 to 10 centimeters into the ground with just pure impact.
Yes.
I just remembered that we had 2 healing potions from the merchant, so I'm taking one of those. So not an elixir of life,
But a normal healing potion. Right. Okay.
So I turn to you. Yes. I wish to find her.
It's 1d6, I believe.
Maybe
1d8, I believe.
1d8.
maybe befriend too.
How to,
Maybe kill.
how to waste magic
But-
items all the time.
She will. We will find her.
But
Like,
you
we're not
don't
gonna
want
find
her
it.
dead, right? Like, give her the benefit of the doubt.
Yes.
Okay.
Yes. Talk like that, like we did with other
With
people
Frank.
we did not know. Yes,
Yeah.
Frank.
Yeah, I liked him.
But we'll see. Maybe we kill, maybe we do not. But she like me before I met you, no?
She was
She
also
come-
a slave.
She come from same lands I did.
Is Hannah
then-
still red?
So she
Yeah.
she's stupid like me. You know?
Ah.
No, not she does not understand this land. So she go to Fremgrist, we go to Fremgrist. We will find her.
Okay, so Melo was there when we went into the fight, so he kind of knows her smell, I think.
Well enough.
I wanna use Melo to try and find her.
Alright, so as you are hearing this conversation, you also know that like the 5 giant folk are also just like looking for tracks. Go ahead and let Melo make a, that would be your perception check first.
Perception check?
Yep.
Can I help him?
Yeah, can I aid?
You can. Both of you can, yeah.
Okay, I will do mine first.
Percepzione of, how much?
17.
17? Just
21.
not enough. 21 will be enough though. So Melo gets a +1. As
Um,
Melo a little bit,
that's a natural 20.
oh. As Melo just like gets up just a little bit going, and begins to run like in one direction.
I'll follow him.
Like the direction that seemingly was the direction that the lady just jumped off the ship. As Melo eventually just stands still right over there, as you come, and you can see like, and Melo points towards 2 large imprints of boots that are here on the soot. Like just after what seems to be some sort of a skid mark of a tumble.
Wait, but the snake lady, I was just imagining she had a snake lower half too, but she doesn't.
Oh no, it's a lady made of it's a humanoid. Yes.
Okay.
She just has.
I had in my head that she
No,
was.
she basically was just a human.
Okay.
Although she had like patches of green snake scales all over her body, she had like the snake eyes, but she still had just a full head of dark black hair.
So what you mean is there is the possibility of her being sexy.
Well, a possibility would
She
do her
got the
short, I
snake
believe.
boobs
recall.
and stuff,
Like-
you know.
Like we do know that you like the scaly ones. So,
Yeah,
so,
exactly,
So we're good. Yeah. Like if you would also if you would like dislike the dragonborn snout, then this one would be someone for you.
It's like, ooh, flat-faced. Nice. Okay,
Oh god. Oh
that's
god.
rare in my clan. Now, okay, so
Flat face, full body.
sorry for that, everyone.
I've heard about furries, but is scaly also a thing?
Now it is.
Now it is. Oh
And
god.
also, I think it actually falls in the category furries as well.
Yeah.
Flat face, full body.
Oh god. Oh god.
Okay, let's move on. You know?
Thank you, Maxime.
Jesus.
That was
Okay.
excellent. Okay, so
You have found her tracks at this moment. At which point the different giant folk also come by, as one of the giants actually just holds a body of a human female by like one of the feet. Found this. Had this thingy. As the giant folk holds like this metal staff that she used against you, which seems just to be like a nice golden metal with like a ruby on top of it as a toothpick. Just throws it in front of you.
in front of me.
Well,
dead?
in front of all of you, as like the party is gathered.
Is she dead?
Oh, she's hella dead.
Does she have anything else on her?
She has her clothes on her.
Like notes somewhere, something?
Go ahead and make a perception check for me.
21.
21. As you rummage through her belongings, you can see that she has like a pouch with a little bit of coin. We'll get to that later, as well as what seems to be another dagger strapped to her chest. She has like the same sort of type of combat armor clothing on that you have, and she has like a couple of pouches with what seems to be like different types of spell components that she would probably use for the casting of her spells. But it seems that she was just standing there as a person that was on the ship. And therefore, if she had her personal belongings, you figure that it's probably somewhere in the wreckage of the ship. Yeah.
Okay. Do we want to follow the
Yenna-
tracks now?
As Yenna also comes wandering up to you, we also found other tracks,
Leading where?
pointy feet, north.
And where are the tracks? The snake lady tracks. Where are they pointing to? For my
Oh,
reference.
like the northeast, basically just away from civilization.
Okay, and these are north, and hers are northeast.
Yeah, so they're
And,
separated.
but so,
So
the
what do you
person
want
that
to follow?
we just found that was dead was not the snake lady, but
No,
This
that
was
was
the
the
other
normal.
Oh,
that was
okay,
the normal.
cool.
But it had the
problem.
staff.
Yep.
That's so weird.
No. The snake lady had prayer beads.
Yeah. Snake lady. Snake lady was a player. Snake lady had like the scimitar and the prayer beads.
Yeah. Alright. I say
Do we want to follow this?
giants protect wreckage. We make sure they all no longer enemies. Yes.
Where do you want to follow them?
I in Jotun I explain that they have to protect the wreckage.
As Roll is just walking up to you, are you honestly wanting to follow these people?
Yes. You
Like,
stay
we
with
won.
giants. Make sure. No, snake woman.
What about her, man?
She come from same lands I do. If I go back, maybe take her with me. Or I kill her if she remains mean. It is.
Look.
I want to make offer. Yes.
Look, I need to make sure that my crew is all right. All right? I can't just follow you along with this one.
No, you stay with giants. Make sure a nice
All right.
loot.
You're
Yes.
all-
yeah, find some loot.
Will you guys head south again?
Eventually, yes. After our business is done here,
Do you mind taking us and the giants with you?
I believe that our Captain Marcus would be more than happy to take you once more. But look, for now, if you guys need to go on hunting, this will be the place that we part our ways, I believe.
Yes. And I walk up to Dural and I just like give him a big hug. Can I make an athletics check to grab him?
yeah.
So that's A 25 against his fortitude DC?
That'll just be enough, I believe. Oh no, more than enough. Yeah.
Oh yeah,
yeah.
even though he tries to struggle, I just pick him up. And I just like hold him tightly against my armor. Like, Grikal has never really considered that.
I want to breathe.
And I put him back down.
I see this happening. I just think, okay, I need to be friends with Grikal, but not too good of a friend.
Yeah, like Dural is a pretty sturdy orc. If I do the same to you, it's gonna be like pop.
You're dead. Yeah.
I will come off easier than the head of the Maddox.
As Violora now also comes down on the vessel, you can see that she was just now getting to the top part of the piece of the vessel that was still intact. As she gets out like this bag and a wand from the bag and just taps the crystals as they become small, enter the bag. And another one. Enter the bag. And with the last one, she comes back to you all with the last of her flying spell just touching down next to you. Well then, if you are already leaving, then this might be a hasty goodbye then.
No, we come back, but we make sure Snake Lady no leave. Yes, Sliz.
Oh no.
Yeah.
Maybe come hunt with us. You,
No.
interesting warrior.
I gladly accept that compliment, but I'm afraid that my job here for the guild has been concluded. Now, if all of you would look, you have done me a great service this day in helping retrieve all of these flying crystals. The guild, the Cerulean Circle, will be very happy to know that they might find some allies in all of you. Before you leave this place, please get in touch with me. We might set up some sort of a relationship between the Cerulean Circle and the Pack, I believe it was what you called
That
yourself.
sounds
Yes.
like a good plan.
Allison-like
And
relationships.
Maybe the Arsena family too.
Well, we'll see.
Interesting.
Well, I mean, it's not that important. We'll
I
the
do
pack
believe
first.
that this might be something that Alison and I might be wanting to converse about in private.
This takes too long
dear
for me.
Iroh.
I'm
That's
going
yes.
ran
Oh,
off
yeah,
to
fine.
the track I found.
Well then,
Well, Melo found.
then I must say, good hunting. And to all of you, as Violora now addresses the giants in Dural, I am glad that your freedom was found back in this manner. Have a good life.
Yes.
Laura,
Live well.
Wait.
we'll be going to the Battle of Rome later. You can meet us there.
Ah, yes,
Yeah.
and I myself will be staying at the Cleansing Fountain Inn.
Good to know.
You may find me there.
All right.
One more question.
Yes.
Cerulean
Circle.
Cerulean Circle.
Yes.
Do they have slaves?
No, but there are some people employed there that would rather be somewhere else. I will leave you with this conundrum.
Laura, you still have a healing potion of mine. Do you mind if I take that back?
Yes, of course. I believe that if your hunt will continue, you might need it more than I do.
Thank you very much.
I
Or
look
your
around
poisons?
confused as we walk off towards the track. I think we have to kill Cerulean Circle as we continue on.
I don't think we have to.
As Dural now sits down with his giant friends, as Dural is like a buff goddamn fellow, but all the giant folk all tower out of above of him like one or two heads already. As now, as the first little light of the dawn is just starting to not even fall upon you, but just illuminating the sky a little bit, as the deep dark purple color from the east is getting brighter and brighter. You are walking off as Dural just waves you by. Good hunting, people.
I believe I gave Droll potion too. I'll ask him to return it soon.
Yes. Thanks.
We'll make sure that all the loot is here for once you return. Now who found some food? As the giant folk are now just
Gathering elves.
right.
I'm just like, and I'm just like, wait, food? Maybe we should
No.
hang on before we're gonna.
Wait,
I
no,
use
we're
liberating
going off.
step on him. I force him to move.
You just grab him by the neck collar and just whoop,
How is
carry him out.
liberated?
Consider yourself liberated. Resistance is futile.
We're liberating him from his hunger. That's what we're doing. All right, so
Liberty doesn't sound that fun, man.
as the five of you now pretty much exhausted but still running on adrenaline, you have two trails of tracks that you can follow. The first one, pointed out by Melo, is of the snake lady,
We're following that
and
one.
the other one of the giants is
already
of
ran
the
up to
two
that
last
one.
people of the animalistic hunter folk.
I feel like the decision has been made, and Gricol agrees.
All right.
Already gone.
Yeah.
As we're walking, Allison picks up his pace a bit more as his wounds finally starting to close a little bit better.
Somebody has to make a survival check to follow the
Yeah,
tracks.
Allison's first gonna
I can
ask,
do that.
who of you used my elixir?
I use elixir on Iroh.
Here, another one.
I have used my elixir as well.
I don't have one left.
Make a deception check.
I got one left though, so you can might as well just give it to Ira if you
Make a
want.
deception check, yeah.
14.
I see it literally on your belt.
No, that's just an illusion. You're charmed again.
Charmed?
What are you talking about, man?
Where's
need to
that?
make a
Where's the
survival
snake
Time,
lady?
you guys.
Where's that snake lady?
All right. So with that, as you guys are trying to follow the trail, somebody needs to make a survival.
I'll
check.
assist.
Okay. So what are? Sorry, you are going to assist. What are you two going to do? Because Melo is going to make the survival check. Or
I'll do it
you make the survival
myself,
check. All right.
I walk next to Hannah, who's up front. So I just walk. I walk on her left side like I am her shield, and I keep my shield raised.
All right. That's what you're doing.
Nice.
Iris,
I'm
what are
just
you doing?
looking around.
Okay.
Yep.
So then I would like you to make a perception check. You are just staying at the ready, making sure that whatever might jump out of the bushes ain't gonna be targeting all y'all. And your aid check.
I'm,
You're trying to aid.
yeah, I am myself, so I don't make it.
Is it a
It's
critical
not a
fail?
crit fail,
Okay,
but-
okay, okay.
That's something.
Okay, okay.
It was a natural 5,
Allison is trying. Allison is trying.
As always.
as he's always doing.
All right.
Like at this point, it's going
21.
from funny to sad.
21. Sorry,
to funny,
a natural,
like-
wait, was it a total 5? Because that would
No.
be a crit failure.
No, it's a total 16.
16. Okay, yeah, you're fine. For a total of
21.
21. All right. Okay. At that point, as you are following the tracks, you follow them for a bit, but eventually you have to stop. You've lost them. As a stealth check that she rolled on her, like trying to get clear of all of this was higher than your survival check. So that doesn't mean that everything is lost. That just means that you have lost the trail right now. So she is basically you're not gaining on her.
No.
So right now you will have to make another survival check as you are just here in the soot of it all. For another 8 check for Allison.
My perception, by the way,
Oh,
was
yes.
24.
24. All right. So you go ahead and make your another survival check.
It's a 20.
20? Okay. So as you guys are moving forward, you, Iroh, are getting a clear view of all of the surroundings and also hearing something then and there. And eventually, as you guys are walking for half an hour already, you realize that the sounds of all the creatures that you can hear in this area are becoming a little bit louder. Like sometimes you hear a frog which is making a sound that might be a little bit larger than just a normal frog. Sometimes you can see like the little lights that you saw before on your way here, like the willow wisps, getting just a little bit brighter. Sometimes you can actually hear something just wish away a little bit of water, just a little bit too aggressive for your taste. So, a 20.
Are you healing people?
Oh yeah, every 10 minutes,
Mhm.
I want to use lay on hands. Yeah.
Okay,
Because
so
I'm
you-
guarding, I'm fulfilling my god's thing.
So you can distribute 3 at this moment.
3.
Bling, bling, bling.
So that is, the 2 of you, right? Because you're, okay.
Yeah,
Milo
fully
is
healed.
still,
I am.
12,
so
12.
12 and 12, and then who seems the most wounded at that point? Iroh?
I think, how much?
Where are you at?
22 at the moment.
Out of
36. 39.
I only need 7 more hit points.
And Melo is very damaged, you mean?
Yeah, it's like 10 at 25.
10 out of 25. Okay,
Give
so
Melo.
that's below half. That makes sense. The third one's for Melo.
Bloink. There we go.
12 HP.
All right. As you guys are following the trail further and further, eventually Hannah it seems that you are catching on the trail once again. You just needed to search a little bit at this place where it's just a little bit too wet of a sandy area where everything is just like you slush on it and then the trail is already gone again, but you eventually found it again. You were following it once more. Iro, I would like you to make another perception check.
Ooh. That's a 18.
18, all right. You do not hear anything new this round, although like the level of like things around you is getting a little bit intense. All right, at this moment, I would like you to make another perception check.
There are just a lot of. There's stuff.
You fucked it up,
out
didn't
here.
you?
Is that a natural one?
Yeah, I fucked it up as well.
Cool. So,
Wait, this is -2?
minus one, I believe. Minus one.
So it's 12.
12, all right. At which point, Hannah, you are just walking through the swampy areas. You are taking a look, and you can see like this nice open path in front of you. And just in front of you, right over there, you can see this figure just move. And you just, yes, there it is! And you follow that line, follow that line, follow that line, follow that line. And eventually you can see that what seems to be this figure on top is nothing more than just a burning firefly. As you realize too late what you're running into. And at this moment you step and all of you run after Hannah, and you can now see that she is just onto her knees already in quicksand. Quickly jumping in. Okay, so
I use
right now,
liberating step.
right now I would like all of you to roll initiative.
Okay.
Oh,
So
okay.
roll a perception check, please.
Oh, natural one.
Then
No,
I
sorry,
roll hard.
sorry. This would be athletics checks because Hannah is running over there, and it seems to be like who can get there quickest.
11.
All right.
Athletics is my jam, baby. Thank you. That's 24.
I do not like this.
Me
All right.
neither.
So, as we were getting a little bit problem. As you can now see, as the sunlight is just crashing over the trees right now, the will-o-wisps are almost dissipating in the light of dawn. But Hannah is now just running, getting into her knees in what seems to be quicksand and quickly drowning in it. So, what were the athletics checks?
24.
I can't use
24?
acrobatics, can I?
Nope, athletics. This is just like running.
18.
18,
11.
11.
Natural one.
All right, so Grakal, you're up first. You run up to Hannah. You can see her in this like large area. She seems to be like 10 feet in it already, so she's 10 feet away from you.
Yeah, so I screamed it, but I can't actually use liberating step because it's
On damage, right?
yeah, you're taking damage. But regardless, I stay close.
We allow some storytelling elements in this.
Well,
So
that's fair. but-
explain to me how you would like to use liberating step in this moment.
well, actually, I'm gonna save my it's my once per round reaction, so I'm gonna save it. So I run up to her. How many actions do I have left? When I'm like, I want to be at the edge of the quicksand.
Basically, you are because you had the highest athletics check. We'll say you are at the edge of the quicksand, so you can be the first one to react in this whole situation.
Alright.
So, but you have 2 squares of quicksand in front of you before you get to Hannah. Do you just want to step into the quicksand with her?
No, so how many action steps?
You just have your 3 actions right now.
Okay, but how many steps away or meters?
2 squares. So that's 15 feet away from you. There are 2 empty squares of combat space in between all of you.
I just like, so I can't really reach you with my spear right now.
You can try.
Yeah, can I try?
Like you can like lay down and just like extend yourself a little bit. Like 15 feet, that's basically 4.5 meters. So you would have to like extend your body halfway and then also extend your spear all the way over there, but you might make it.
I'm gonna try that.
Okay.
Yeah.
So that would be, I feel that would be like acrobatics or straight up dexterity because it's like you extending your body and trying to be as flexible as possible.
Same number.
Okay, go ahead.
13.
13? Okay. So you lay down there a little bit, and as you are just trying to extend your spear all the way, that way you lose a little bit of balance, and you can choose either if you would like to just fall into the quicksand and begin to sink in it a little bit, but reach Hannah, or to retract and be safe. What do you want to do?
I say grab, and I throw the spear just a little bit towards her as I pull back.
Okay.
Because the spear is gonna return to me.
Oh, very well done. Very good play,
As
Wilson.
the
Okay, so
Well.
with this, I would like, as you're going to try and grab the spear. Go ahead and make a fortitude saving throw for me, please. As you were just like trying to hold on with all your life.
Oh.
Like she needs to move like a meter.
Yeah.
Like if you can hold on for a meter, I have you.
Yep.
You know?
24.
24, yep. As the spear lands in the quicksand beside you, Grukal screams, "Hold on!" And you do. And Grukal invokes the magical spirit inside his spear to return it to his hands, but it's being grasped as you can surely but slowly feel yourself being pulled back as Grukal is just focusing. What do you two want to do? So first off is Allison. Allison, you are now also getting here. You can see Grukal just barely touching the quicksand a little bit, but not enough to actually put his weight on it.
I'll get a rope out of my bag.
One action, rope.
And I'll quickly turn it around a tree.
Okay.
Try and
Second action.
basically, yeah. Do I need to make a survival
Yep.
check for
Go
that?
ahead and make a survival check to see how well you can knot it in one turn.
I'm gonna use different dice. 11.
11. Okay. So it's there.
Past 5 rolls, always below 5.
Big oof. Big oof.
Big oof. So yeah, it's there, and then I'm gonna toss the other side to Hannah.
Go ahead and make a attack roll with ranged weapons. So dexterity and proficiency at this moment.
A 6 on the die.
Of course.
I'm dying.
A
you have my
ranged
spear.
weapon.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah.
15.
15. Okay.
It was
So
fun as well. So.
as you are holding on to the spear, you can also hear a rope just so next to you, and it's already like you could search for it with your other arm if you tried, but it's going to be a little bit difficult to get it.
Yeah,
Sorry.
I feel like that hand is better equipped on the spear.
Allison is failing me hard right now. First he kills Melo and now he just throws me
Like
a
the rope. Grab on! Like a
Yeah.
meter away from you. Immediately.
Okay, so
Great,
Allison,
thanks.
Allison right now, I mean, I see the potential. I see that he's gonna go for greatness, but right now he kind of feels like
Not
the
yet.
Jerry of the party.
Jerry.
That's so true.
I'm sorry for saying that.
Oh my god.
He's like, don't worry, I got you.
Yeah, I don't got
Like,
you.
don't worry, I got
Shit.
you, and throw it
Sorry.
backwards. Okay, so but that's Allison's turn. I'm sorry, Max. I'm sorry. Iro, you're up.
This is so in
gonna-
character.
I'm gonna run up and I'm gonna give
You're now also there.
Grukal a helping magical hand, and I use mage hand to help him
To also
pull the spear a little bit.
Oh, that's an extra 5 Newton.
Yeah.
So I would like you to make an Arcana check for this, please.
I will never trust you.
That's a 5.
I've
That's a
healed
5.
him so many times.
Yeah, that would be another.
But
You killed me.
I get my spells from occult. I believe.
Oh, sorry. So
Yeah.
that would be. Oh, sorry. So
So
what?
that would be a 10.
A 10. Yeah. Yeah. Still not enough. My idea was like I'm gonna make you like a spell casting check, and if it's a 20 or higher, you're basically aiding. So yeah, but there you can see as you are holding onto the spear, it's trembling as it wants to return to the grip of its master. You can also see like the spectral hand is just holding on. Doesn't really seem to do anything, but it's there. But it's there, and you can see Iro like from a distance, like focus, focus, focus. He's. They're trying. They're trying.
Yeah.
Now it's time for you to
Just
try.
laying here, yeah.
Now it's time for you to try. You're holding on to this spear. What would you like to do?
I wanna like grab it and hold on to it.
Okay, so you want to pull
maybe-
yourself up? Like, what do you want to do?
Yeah.
Maybe push it forward.
Yeah, I wanna
Face
push it
forward,
forward.
push it.
so-
You want to go fishing basically.
No,
so
wait.
like
Yeah,
like
I'm-
reel in, and then
I'm just
reel,
hoping it
like
will-
pull in and then
No.
reel as you put it back.
Yeah.
Reel in and
If it
there we
like kind of like wanna try and throw it to Grukal. So if it like
Yeah.
give it that one push, it will go.
go. Oh, you want to do it like the
Yeah.
starting push and then hope
Yeah.
that you get
Yeah.
retracted with it.
Yeah.
Okay, so go ahead and make a athletics check.
I can do this, right? Yeah.
Yeah, I'm sorry. This is like athletic stuff. This is
That's
just
better
pure
than-
brute
Oh!
force.
High pitched noise in for the subtitles.
22.
22?
yeah.
And with that, as you thrust it forward, you get a little bit out of it. And you pull back. You can do it again if you want to.
Yeah.
Okay, go ahead and make another athletics check.
15.
This time, go ahead and make another fortitude save.
Fortitude is 8. so 22.
22. As the spear almost leaves your grasp, but you can hold on for dear life. You get your grip back at it again. Okay, you have one action left. What do you want to do?
I want
Wanna
to try it again.
Okay, go ahead. Another athletics check.
-10.
With athletics, right?
Oh, these aren't attacks. This is just like straight up. Yeah,
Athletics, right?
this is just skills checks.
9.
9. And this time, go ahead and make another fortitude save. Oh my god. The spear might actually be back in
Keep
Gukal's hands right
rolling,
now.
man! Ah, natural 1.
Natural
no.
1, and with that, the spear
Oh, it sucks.
is back in your grasp, Gurkal. But with all this endeavor, you have actually moved 5 feet closer to Gurkal. So that's something. And right now, Gurkal, we're back up to you.
So I'm gonna make another one of those dexterity checks to like try and
Reach out. This one would be a lot easier.
Yeah, because
she's
she's
only
5 feet closer, that's a
she's only
huge
10 feet away
difference.
from you. So
yeah, that's a natural 17 plus
Okay.
2 dexterity is 19.
with that, you make sure that you're gripped completely. You get like the sharp piece of the spear on your side. She isn't hindered with it, and you can just reach out. There we go, just in her hands, and without any effort, she can grab on.
Perfect, and then I
One
pull her
action.
back. So I feel like I have my focus point back at this point again.
Sure, you have.
So I use athletic surge or rush again as
Go ahead.
I like scream for Kurenau, who emboldens my body. I bulk up, like it's like I took steroids. My muscles just take an extra centimeters of thickness on for just a second as magical energies empower me for
yeah,
plus
man.
2 to athletics. Oh, that's crooked. There we go. That would be a 23.
23, yeah. And with that, Hellison is brought to the edge of the pit, and you could now just like get her with her hands and pull her out if you'd like.
Perfect.
Go ahead and make another athletics check for that then.
The same roll, another natural 10, but I don't have the rush,
No,
so
just
21.
Okay, so this time, as the magical energy leaves you, you just get a moment and Hannah is out,
But Melo,
back in business.
No.
No, Melo stepped at the side. We're gonna.
So
Just watch.
Mela was smarter than you, and he didn't.
So
step into
as
the
I put you
quicksand.
down, basically,
Makes sense, you
as
know.
I pull you out, as I pull you out and like put you down on the ground, I look at you. You're muddy.
Like completely, like I do not know what color you were before, but it's not red anymore, as everything is just like a
Probably blue,
light
like
brown
us.
from like your boobs down.
Yeah. Oh.
Yeah.
With a little bit of blue on top. I'm like an ice cream now.
Ice cream.
Chocolate
Smurfs
slash
ice cream,
Smurf, yeah.
As all of you just heave for a second, as Hannah is now safe and sound once again on dry land, and you can just see a small firefly just disappear within the treetops.
So I scream, Slissa! We come to help! Please!
Go ahead and make a constitution check. Like how hard you can
I
yell.
feel like that, as someone who is trained in vocal coaching as well as just vocals, I feel like definitely midriff control is an athletics check. It is a muscle that you train just like your biceps, triceps, or abs.
I will allow this.
Yes! Okay.
I saw it. It was so close.
It was on a 1 and then
no.
13. Oh, thank God.
For a total of
24.
22.
24.
24. Nice.
22.
Because no. As Grukal just leaves out a large roar. Okay, so at this moment, I will allow you also to make a diplomacy check. Because it seems that whatever you are screaming, it seems to come to her ears.
My diplomacy is way lower than my athletics. We go from an 11 to a 2 for a total of 11.
For a total of 11. Okay.
I hope she's weak-minded.
Iroh's like, fucking Gurkal. Thought we were finished with the guy being dead. Like, that's the face he's giving me right now.
Okay.
Or you're like, this is how you attract big predators. Do you want big predators?
I heard a lot of big things, and I might be small, so things might appear bigger. But
At
this
which
is
point,
way
at
big.
which point you can hear. I hope. Yes, you can hear. No. Help me then! as a cry of anguish and despair is run through your ears from what seems to be a little further to that way, right over there.
What?
And that's why you don't scream in these parts.
Can I try and follow the track again?
Or well, the sound.
Well, do
sound, yeah.
you want to follow?
Yeah,
Do
yeah,
you want to?
yeah.
All right.
We start. I assume we all kind of go into a semi-sprint as soon as we
Yeah.
hear it, right?
Yeah.
Recall
Okay.
does.
Yeah.
I mean,
Definitely.
you're a good
Alison-
guy, and you figure there might be a reward.
Alison
Well-
stands still for a while, looking at
Well,
the
you might
fucking
be a
rope
bit of
in
a
the mud.
dick if you leave. You might be
Follow
be a bit
me
of a dick if you leave
everywhere.
somebody who screams help. It's like,
Alison kind of thinks about jumping into this pool and just dying. just a few
now
seconds.
those are
It would be so
convenient faults.
He's actually thinking about something
Okay.
like that, and then he starts running to the sound.
If
Alright.
he does, do we get the XP for it?
Yeah.
You
Oh, if
would
we stab
do
him,
it.
if we stab him while he does it, do we get extra?
Okay.
And we can
Well,
loot him as
well.
well for
You
more
don't-
elixirs that we can use.
You don't
any
need
way
to stab
we
him. You
want.
don't need to stab him for it. I'll give you the XP either way.
I will take an elixir of life every day when I wake up after a long rest. Oh my god.
But one thing, Iro, who's going to make them for you then?
Well, just until they're finished, and then they're finished.
They'll be like,
no, then we're gonna buy them.
It's fine. Yeah.
all right.
Just
However,
the memory of it.
however,
What's eating us right now?
No, I'm adding myself.
However, as the pack is running into a sprint, your feet slashing in the swampy underground below you, you can already hear from the distance.
Recall, what was the last time that you ate?
Sorry, it took me a second to get that joke.
Alison draws a short sword.
Yeah, I already have my weapon drawn. I draw my shield as well.
Like this is an animal.
As
I
you-
lower my pace and I go into mountain stance.
As you run all the way up, you just cross a last tree, and in front of you is a small little pond. Only visible as a pond because all the different dirt that is floating on it is moving in the waves of this large creature that is in front of you. A gigantic, bulbous, almost round green body emerges from the water, as big as 5 meters in diameter. In top of it, a large, very big mouth with all different rows of small teeth opens up as a large compartment of air retracts and increases as 2 large tentacles from both sides are withering in the air, one of which is holding aloft a snake lady with her scimitar trying to cut off this large tentacle. This small head, atop of it, 3 stalks with large eyes, as you vaguely remember the stories of a creature known as the frog hemoth.
Yes, I was like, it's a frog octopus
And that's where we'll end tonight's session. That's where we end. That's where we end.
You can't befriend
You're,
this.
you're gonna have to die as you try to
I just
befriend it
want
next
to know
session.
if it counts as an animal.
You don't know. You're here. You do not know. You do not know. As a large bulbous frog hemoth is emerging from the swamp area and trying to eat Sliss.
That sounds like a made-up word.
No,
I'm
dude.
very
But
scared.
also all words are
I'm
made
very
up,
scared
so-
because I know how strong this is in 5th edition. So
Yeah.
I'm very scared about Pathfinder right now.
Like, oh my god, a frog hemoth. How fucking hilarious is that name? I love it.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that's one of the creatures that you will face next time.
Nice.
Let's see how all of you fare.
Perfect.
We'll see.
One boss fight after the other.
Hell yeah.
This is my dream job, you know, just
Yeah,
like
you are
killing
you are
big
going
monsters.
at it, all of you. Like bam, bam,
No,
bam. Just
they
go
are.
on, go on, go on.
They are.
Well, you did.
Why?
Rift
Healed you
recalled
guys
the
back
most
up,
damage
we're
to the
ready for
Maddox.
it.
Yeah, I did damage.
Yeah, that was perfect. Like that was the encounter finisher we needed.
Hell
You
yeah.
like slashing
But-
into
like,
the back.
It doesn't look like that way for Allison.
That's fair.
Allison feels like he needs to be perfect. and
You're
he
just
isn't.
not going strong
Yeah,
at
like,
helping people.
Aside
but
from
that's
the
fine.
yeah, you sucked at a lot of things, but you know
Yeah.
we all do when the dice call for it.
But
I
guys,
almost died, so.
2 things. First off, congratulations with your first true boss kill.
Hey!
There we go, there we go. I mean, like the
Well,
red
you're
cap
not
was
wrong.
like a mini boss, and this was the first real one.
Yeah.
I feel like the
well, did the dragon not count?
well, yeah, but that was also like a very large story encounter. This
Right.
was just straight up your party against another party.
Yeah.
She was good. She was good.
Yeah, we made a quick end to it, but just hitting him all the time.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was smart. I feel like last session we talked about it. Like we want to kill him, and then the ship goes down. That's why we had the scroll. And,
Yeah.
and also,
Everything worked out fine in the end.
but that was just perfect. We took him down. The ship went down, saved us a whole lot of trouble, and then we just executed the rest of the
Yep.
crew. Now we just want to like clean up loose ends, and we can get out of Fremgris.
And I still have a couple of like adversaries of you who actually survived. So I have a lot of NPCs
nice,
to
yeah.
still I can use.
You have
because I
some
like
plot
them much.
hooks that you can use to screw us over in the long run.
Oh, hell yeah.
Pretty sure we would have lost if we would not have killed the Maddox. So,
Well,
Maybe.
the thing is,
because
I had
he was literally one hit.
yeah, like
That's true.
you
I was
guys.
kind of full health though.
I wasn't able of healing anymore.
Yeah, but
anymore.
you guys were also focusing on 3 of the melee combatants.
Yeah.
Like
yeah,
like
we
there
kind
were
of sucked in our early
Yeah.
strategy. It's okay. We can make mistakes, but I feel like that's a bit pessimistic because I had 10 damage. I have 47 HP.
Yeah.
Okay.
So
And you
I
also-
could have taken a lot of blows, and I had not raised my shield once.
All right.
And you also got to realize, I mean, like I put this encounter in front of you after I knew that you were already through a whole ordeal. So
Yeah.
So there were
and
some
she was at pretty good HP. Melo had not acted yet.
No, that's
Melo
true.
could have helped later as well.
Yeah.
So like you guys would have gone down
But
because
we
you were low
would've
HP
lived,
and
yeah.
surrounded.
I
No,
just,
no. We
I
like
walked
we
to
did.
Phylora because it
We
was
would
kind
have
of like
saved you.
subtle hint. Like, does she have healing spells? Maybe.
No,
No,
she
no,
did have
you
a
already
potion.
asked it last
Yeah.
week.
Did I?
But she had a potion, and Dural
Yeah, and I got
was
stabilized.
very good state. I
Oh
think
yeah, Dural was a-okay.
Yeah,
Dural
Dural was
hadn't-
in a
died.
good state, and the wizard,
Alright, fair.
like you guys
Oh, I
would
was-
have gone down, and that would have gotten scary up until the point where we rescued you. But it was same result. I feel like when we crashed,
Yeah.
but it would have taken longer, and myself would have taken more damage, which no one likes, and Dural would have taken damage, which I don't like. I feel like there's maybe more than a bromance with Dural and Gurkal almost,
Aw.
but I'm not sure yet.
And I'm not sure who's top and who's bottom yet. But
Yeah, like he's got
We'll figure it out. We'll
like
figure it out.
Gurkal has the whole
It's a bit of
rainbow
a
horn
wrestling
thing going on,
Oh,
so
yeah.
you know it's not
pretty clear.
that much
It's
of
a bit
stretch.
of a wrestling match.
Yeah, yeah. although there is a second thing that I wanted to point out, and that is you're still going at it. You're still not having a long rest, so you're still at level 3.
No.
Yeah, we're still
Then
level
will
3.
we prepare our characters for? No, we'll discuss that later.
Yeah.
For when we hit it.
Yeah,
So,
but,
like-
but
like, are
so
you- are you going to-
theoretically,
sorry.
we've hit level 4.
No, you have not hit level 4. You were already
Not
at
until
like
we
like
have
for the
long
XP threshold. You already
that's what I mean.
had you already had it last week.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But you are not level 4 next week.
Until we take
Yeah.
a long rest.
Like until we're not gonna have a session where you guys fight, have a long rest, and then fight again. So for now, just keep these characters as they may be, and everything is gonna be
That-
okay.
I mean, I don't mind. I feel like now that we've reached the threshold of having enough for 4, I'm already content. Like I
we're
don't
done-
actually
we're
need
You
to
had
write
it
down
last
the-
week. Like
I know,
right
I-
now, you're gonna be even.
I know, yeah.
We're
So
gonna
I,
be level 5
Skibbity
real
papa.
quickly.
yeah, like that's what I mean. Like it's gonna be nice because after next session, my brains are gonna be like, yeah, level 4, and then very few
weeks later,
sessions
yeah.
after that, my brain gets to feel that again.
Yep.
Fair.
So
It's like a drug.
Yeah.
You
And
level
those are
5
nice
getting
rushes.
in
Level
it.
5 is amazing.
level 5 is a big difference. Yeah.
You guys have your first +1 striking weapon, which is like a whole nother tier of play. Like the whip, the slave beater that the Maddox had, that is a +1 with like a striking rune attached to it also. So it does it basically does double damage
We
for
need,
a
to,
weapon.
we need to find an enchanter.
And what? Well, we're gonna Yenna's pop.
Yeah.
Yenna's pop can
not
help?
Sure, not sure.
Yeah,
now-
no,
you now
I'm
also have-
100% sure out of
Oh.
character.
We're going
And-
there eventually.
Out of character, I'm 100% sure. She talked about it. He puts the runes in the things. The runes, the striking rune, like that's exactly.
Yeah.
And
And
as the leader of this entire world, you guys just made connections with the largest mages guild of the whole continent.
True.
Like the Cerulean Circle is a partner organization of the goddamn empire. They rule the entire fucking continent. Yeah, you guys will be fine. If you have enough money, Iro, you can just throw money at the problems.
so I'm.
We'll see.
We got like
I've-
free money,
giggity.
we don't know.
I've no clue.
Maybe
Me
for
neither.
money.
Me neither. All right.
All right.
But for now, I do believe that
Whip is cool.
this whole chapter of the hunt has been completed, and next week we will see how the aftermath of all of this plays out as the pack hunts a froghemoth, perhaps freeze a different slave turned trader turned whatever,
Turned, we'll see.
Yeah.
That
and
will
will
die.
will end their business in Vremgist, perhaps.
Yeah, probably.
All right.
Yeah, I don't think we'll stay here long.
No,
Allison
we,
hates this
no,
place.
no, I think no one in the party likes Fremgrist. Like, you have made it. You have made it wonderfully, lovingly to hate.
We're very proud of you.
Understandably
But
so.
we
We're
hate it.
very proud of it, but this is the King Joffrey of cities.
That's very true.
I love the whole ecosystem it has here. Like
Yeah.
it's beautiful. But there are a lot of other cities that we can also explore. So let's see where the pack leads us next week.
Yeah.
For now, thank you all for watching. The first real boss battle has been concluded, and the pack has been victorious.
Yes, and come watch Wouter and me next Friday as
Oh, yeah.
we battle mage versus mage,
Oh
wizard
yeah,
versus
yeah.
wizard.
Because every Friday we're now doing something, and most of those episodes will be the arena, where we pit against each other 2 different characters of 2nd edition Pathfinder to see what types of beautiful, powered people we can create.
Yeah, explore all the kind of neat little things in character
Yep.
creation.
And until now we had 2 draws, sort of.
Sort of.
So that's nice.
Well, kind of, yeah.
Let's see if we can get another one next week.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. Hey.
Cool. Thank you so much for watching.
Goodbye.
Hope to see you next
Bye.
Friday.
Love you
Hope to see you
guys.
next Sunday. Love you all. Peace. Out.